I'll be honest, I spent most of the time watching Those Who Wish Me Dead being pleasantly reminded of old school disaster movies of a kind I didn't think they really made anymore. You know the type, grab a load of relatively well-known actors, then throw them in a situation with some kind of natural disaster, fire, floods, locusts, James Corden, then have them spend half the time trying to escape from said disaster and the other half trying to deal with some kind of human element. Think Towering Inferno, Poseidon Adventure, Volcano, Dante's Peak, Armageddon, and San Andreas, amongst others. Which is no bad thing. I mean, it's not like TWWMD has characters for the ages, immortal dialogue, or even characters with names to fall back on. It was way north of the hour mark before I realised that the lead character's name wasn't Buddy. I mean, it looks gorgeous, don't get me wrong, with some frames even reminding me of the horrifyingly underrated Blade Runner 2049, the 2049 first in the number of people who've actually seen it, as our leads try to escape from a terrifying pair of hitmen played by Littlefinger and Nicholas Hoult.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
You're wondering what a pair of hitmen are doing in a film about a group of people trying to escape from a natural disaster? That's because one of our leads has a MacGuffin on him, which will bring down important people, and as a result, they're going to chase him in a manner that makes the Terminator look like a slacker. And there's your film. A boy and a disgraced firefighter trying to outrun a forest fire whilst dealing with a pair of hitmen and the Punisher's involved, as well as the Punisher's wife and some of the disgraced firefighter's mates, boy's dad. Yeah, despite the hitmen's best efforts, this film is seriously overstuffed with pointless characters who could either be condensed or gotten rid of entirely. In a way, there's something of a kids' movie about this film. All you'd have to do is make the hitmen bumbling idiots, throw in a few wacky animals, and this could be a very different type of film. But these hitmen aren't bumbling, and there are no wacky animals. Instead, this film is kind of in an annoying spot just between wacky kids' movie and gritty thriller, which I kind of found annoying. I mean, in one scene, Angelina Jolie is a mess after failing to save people from a forest fire, and in the next, she's surviving stuff that should have turned her into jelly. As in this movie, she's just meant to be a normal human. MCU's next movie over, Angela. And by the end, this film's full of not just little plot holes, but some big enough to actually spoil the movie to the extent that even my wife, who's normally quite calm when watching a movie, was screaming questions at the screen. And in a film this simple, there shouldn't be anything to make plot holes with. Instead, I always feel like the director had one eye on franchising a character who only gets like a single scene and maybe 15 lines of dialogue. I mean, they make an impression, but they just generated questions that the film didn't answer or seemed to have any interest in answering. Look, this film is a fun time in an old school kind of way, just needed to make its leads a bit more human, get rid of a few characters and maybe speed up the first half of the second act, but as opposed to the live action cartoons I've been putting up with for the last few years, this is a welcome breath of fresh air. So if nothing else is on, check this out. Otherwise, just don't bother. But what do you guys think? And what is your favourite old school action film? Comment below, let me know. I'm Daniel, it's been a dunking. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe.